Well guys, welcome to Time to Hunt. It's late May. Obviously, since we were last hunting in February, a hell of a lot's changed in the world. And I mean the world. We've all been in lockdown one way or another. So we've missed the guts of the Sika raw. So this trip, Gottman, myself, and our good mate Malcolm, we've got 2 or 3 nights away, perfect weather conditions, and this afternoon Gottman and Malcolm flew in with East Carwick helicopters with a 1,000-litre water tank into our hut. So we're trying to future-proof the water supply that we've got. So they got the easy flight in, and Panther and I are stalking our way in. It's really cold here in the bush. Masses of bird life going on though. We've heard just wood pigeons everywhere. So Kirua, they're sort of almost purring away. They're happy. So we've just cruised along the track. Panther's been stuck in the truck for a couple of hours while we were doing the helicopter stuff, and she got out of the truck. We got changed a couple of 100 yards up the track, and yeah, she chased something down off the track. So she had a bit of energy to expend, I would say. Anyway, we've got through probably half an hour through the bush, and again she kind of started just showing a little bit of interest. So I got the AJ Productions bloody caller out and gave just a few little mews, peeps and squeaks, and again she was showing sign, but I couldn't hear anything because the bird life is so bloody noisy in here. There was no sticks breaking, nothing. And then I saw something cruising through just sort of over here, and I thought, ooh, it's very slow, and the ground's really damp, so it's very quiet. The dog was really showing interest, and then I picked up a stag looking back at us at about 30, 40 yards. All I could see was antlers sort of tip back in this bloody pepperwood stuff. So I went, I'll put it on the deck and see what we got. So we're on the board. He's only a little scrubber, but yeah, he's pretty skinny. In fact, I'd almost say he's bony as hell. Yeah, there's not a lot there. Took him through the head, so it kind of killed him instantly. Might have done the world a favour actually. I'll just have another look down here. I think he's missing a lot of hair off his back there. I wonder what's caused that. Anyway, that's meat supply taken care of. I'll get him gutted. I've got a rope so I can possibly hang him up in a wee tree here. And it's as cold down here. We've got massive frost for the next few days, so he's going to set well, and then I can pick him up on the way out. So it's all good. Right, so that only took 5 minutes. He's gutted. Got a stick in his paunch, so he's cooling. It's probably about 4 or 5 degrees now anyway. So there's the odd blowy around, but he shouldn't be too bad, I reckon. So he'll cool nicely there for the next couple of days. Pick him up on the way back. It's all good. Good start to the trip. Got a bit of hunting to do before we get to the hut though. What an afternoon. We heard a stag call about 45 minutes to an hour ago. We've been creeping around this face, and he was kind of giving single calls occasionally, but just enough to tease us. We were giving a little mews back, and a bloody hind came through the trees. She just drifted into like 20 yards from us and stood there chewing a cud looking at me, and I was like, oh man. I managed to give her a few calls while she was standing there. She wasn't particularly worried. It was pretty cool. And we could hear the stag further around the face. He was giving singles, and I was like, oh man. The wind is there's a gentle breeze, and I felt it was wrong, but we moved in. We got closer to where we thought, and shit, he opened up around the face about 70, 80 yards away, and I thought, I've got to get into a shooting position where I can see. And we were just up the hill here, sitting, and then blow me down, I see the stag cruise past, and I was like, he's got a rack. And I tried to mute him to stop him. His head was back, he was kind of lip curling, and he stopped, and I could just see enough, and I was like, oh, I'm going to have a crack. Well, check this out. Yeah, he's a fairly mature looking 8-pointer. Not the greatest tops in the world, but oh my God, I'll take him any day of the week. So happy. Boys are going to be impressed when I tell this story tonight, I'm sure. So we've got a bloody cool 8-point bush stag. And, yeah, he's pretty mature. He's making some cool calls, so I'm a wee way from camp yet, so I think I'm going to gut him, take some photos, gut him, and GPS the spot, because it'll take a bit of finding, and get my ass back to where I know so I can get a warm sleeping bag tonight. Bloody happy, I can tell you. This has made my 2020 raw. Wicked. Good girl. Yeah, good girl. Right, I've got the guts out of him. Marked him on my Garmin GPS. It's only 4 o'clock, and yet it feels like it's getting so dark so quick, so I'll quietly hunt my way to camp, but I don't think I can top this today somehow. Freaking awesome. So happy. I think that's my my first kind of mature stag. First mature Sika stag with Annie anyway in the bush, and she was really good, so pretty bloody happy. She loves that fat around the paunch. Oh, it's her favourite. We just had another stag hee-haw that way, but it's not the way I want to go, so I'll have to leave him. And we'll be back for this one. Right. Well, it's about 5 o'clock. Bitterly cold, but only 10 minutes off camp, so can't wait to get there. Get the fire going, get warm. Awesome day. There you go. One water tank delivered right next to the hut. Either that or the boys have been busy. Wow. Gotta say I'm impressed. Right, need a fire. So we're just picking up camera number 1 that I dropped in here in February. Doesn't look like there's wallow here, but there's plenty of prints, so hopefully we got something. The bloody camera almost looks like it's pointing up a bit high. Maybe a big stag's been rubbing on it, I don't know. Anyway, we'll find out soon enough. Well guys, it's about 10 o'clock. We've had a couple of an encounter with a couple of hinds. We haven't heard a stag this morning. Well, I think Keith might have heard one when we were crossing a big plateau way in the distance, but favourite little spots aren't producing yet. But, it only takes one to start up, so the day is still young. So he is hoping that this swallow produces. It's a really cool spot. So it's bound to be the odd stag around here. If we can capture him and find out how big he is, it'd be really cool. Who knows, there could be half a dozen stags use the swallow. So come back in mid to late April and find out with a bit of luck. All good. Well guys, what a massive day on the hill. It's coming up to 4 o'clock now, and I'm probably 3 or 4 k's back to the hut. Bloody level 2 fitness isn't that flash. Bloody legs are feeling it. We've I'll split up from the got man, and we've seen a few deer today, which has been really cool. He put lead in the air around lunchtime, and we roared in a stag to it was about 20 metres. He swore that he hit it, and he swore that he didn't. Anyway, we put in probably an hour to an hour and a half looking for a stag. He was utterly convinced he got it, but we just didn't have any bloody luck. Right, let's sort this dog out. Right, so it's cracking morning. Boys are all going to head down the hill, recover these 2 stags and head out to the truck. So it's opening duck shooting today. So hopefully some boys have got hot barrels out there. Anyway, better catch them up. So we've just reached stag number 2, we're about to butcher it, load up the packs and back to the truck. So that's another time to hunt adventure done and dusted. We'll see you out in the bush next time.